What's going on, all my new, current, and future rideshare drivers and passengers out there? Welcome to the channel. Before I get started, if this is your first time here and you find the channel helpful, informative, entertaining, or otherwise, don't be shy. Smash the subscribe button and click that little bell icon. That way, hopefully, YouTube will notify you when I come out with new videos. If you want to sign up to become a rideshare driver and have a bonus guarantee automatically applied while supplies last, use the link in the description below. If you're an Uber driver and somehow you didn't do that when you first started because you didn't know about it, you didn't know anybody to use their link, you may still be in luck. Follow those instructions in the description below and potentially get one applied today. Now, today's video, I am talking about, can you call riders and ask them what their destination is before you actually pick them up? I've seen a lot of controversy on this, and the answer is yes. Technically, you can always call them to ask where they're at, what they're wearing, so that way you know where to pick them up and everything else. You can ask where they're going to go. Now, in saying that, you can't cherry pick the rides. Okay, if you do cherry pick the rides like that by calling them ahead of time, especially at airports, you can run the risk of getting deactivated. Passengers will get pissed off at the simple fact of, if you're not taking them because they're going a couple blocks down the street and you decide to go ahead and cancel that, that can be used against you. If they make a report about it, you can get deactivated for cherry picking. Now, I know what some people are going to say. We're independent contractors. We're supposed to be able to pick and choose as we wish. And with that regards, I do totally agree with you, okay? And if you agree about that, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. I totally agree. We should be able to do that. Now, the problem comes into play is the fact that you really can't. Now, some drivers are going to say, well, I do that anyways. And you know what? More power to you. But you do know that you run the risk of being deactivated if they decide to file a report against you saying you are not taking them somewhere because of their destination. AKA, that is called destination discrimination, okay? That really is a thing out there. That is what it's called. So if you call them ahead of time to try to figure things out and see where they're going, that is technically called cherry picking. And while you think you should be able to do that, we're not allowed to. Okay, and like I said, some drivers do it and they get away with it. But, you know, just like every other ride out there, guys, you roll the dice, you're going to see what happens in the end, and you hope you don't crap out. Now, personally, when I ever call a rider ahead of time, if I'm asking them where they're going, it's a simple fact of, gives you an idea of what traffic and everything else is going to be. Most of the time, though, if I call somebody, it's to figure out where they are so I can find them to pick them up. Okay, because honestly, if I'm out there not sitting at the airport, I don't really care where they're going. We're going to go wherever they need to go. Unless, now this is the one time where it is okay to say no. You can cancel the ride and say no for the one reason, if they are taking you out of your operating market. Okay, for example, if you live in Florida or something like that and they want to go to Virginia, you don't have to take that ride, okay? Because they're going to take you out of your operating range, and obviously, you ain't going to get no rides going back, okay? So you were well within your right to say no, go ahead and cancel. And personally, for me, if I'm choosing not to take them somewhere because it's going to be out of my operating range, or even if it still is within my range, because most places, most states, you could pretty much operate in the entire state. But if they're going to take you 3-4 hours somewhere else that you don't want to go, yes, you can go ahead and decline that ride, okay? So I know a lot of people are thinking out there, well, why would you want to decline the long rides? You know what I mean? Everybody loves the long rides. That's not necessarily true. A lot of drivers that do this part-time might be doing this in between jobs, you know what I'm saying, on the way home, something like that, and they just don't want to deal with traffic or the headache of going hours away and knowing that the odds of them coming back with a passenger pretty much slim to none. Okay, we can hands down all agree that if you go more than an hour or two away from wherever you usually operate, the odds of getting someone coming back are basically non-existent. You got a better shot at playing the lotto. That's how I look at it right there. So you can call ahead of time to find out where they're going, not get deactivated, as long as pretty much you take the rides. And if you don't take the ride, please, if it's because you don't want to do it because it's a short trip or whatever your reason is, like I said, you might be busy, you got other plans, they're taking you too far. The courtesy on that is to do a no charge. You don't want to end up charging the passengers for something that wasn't technically their fault because all they were doing is ordering a ride. So, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure Uber and Lyft's TOS somewhere there, that if you go ahead and do that, that's going to be considered destination discrimination. If you get too many of those, they are well within their rights to deactivate you. Now, personally, for me, if I'm not going to take them somewhere because I don't want to take them, I'm going to make sure I do not charge them. Okay? You go in there and you put do not charge rider. It's not that hard. Yes, I know our time is important. We should get paid for all the time that we're out there. But if you are the one deciding that you're not going to take them for whatever the reason is, it's only right and ethical to go ahead and not charge them because, again, it's not their fault you're not taking them. It's your fault you're not taking them. Which, again, guys, is well within your rights as we are supposedly independent contractors. This is your business. You run it as you wish. You know what I'm saying? Uber and Lyft are just technical companies or technology companies. You know what I'm saying? That they just run an app. Okay? But I know a lot of people out there were just thinking that it's automatically considered cherry picking. No, it's not automatically considered cherry picking if you're taking the ride. If you're declining and canceling all the short rides because you just don't like short rides, you know you're not going to make much money, which, I don't know. Nowadays, guys, with the new surge, short rides end up being pretty good because let's face it, if it's surging $5-10 and you're just going to base fare right down the street, that's some easy surge money to be made right there. Like, hands down, I know a lot of people did not like the new surge to begin with, but once you find a way to work the system and everything, you end up liking the new surge. At least I personally have liked the new surge with the shorter trips. Now, the longer trips, if you don't make it to a certain point, you won't get a significant portion of the surge. So, yeah, that can be a bummer. But anyways, getting off topic a little bit with the surge. If you do not want to take them, that's fine. You're well within your rights. But personally, like I said, I would make sure you choose do not charge rider for the simple fact of it's more of an ethic thing. And they're less likely to report you for canceling on them. I mean, if you just, man up, woman up, whatever you want to call it, and be straight with them and tell them, oh, I don't want to take that. Or even if you were sitting at an airport, okay, guys, the only way I can see you potentially not getting in trouble is the simple fact that you could sit there and talk to them like a human being, saying you've been waiting for an hour or something for that nice, lovely unicorn ride, and that going that way would not be beneficial to both of you or either of you. But you have to make sure you say it whatever way you want, but you want to make sure you do not charge rider. But personally, for me, even at the airport in general, you're going to get text on saying that wrong. All right, so your best bet is if you go to the airport, suck it up and accept what comes along. Otherwise, you're more likely to get reported on it. Any other kind of ride, not at the airport, it's probably a little easier to explain yourself and saying, oh, I'm not trying to go that direction or anything. I'm sorry about that, but hey, I'm not going to charge you for this ride. I'm not going to charge you the cancellation fee or anything like that. But yeah, sorry, scrub what I said about the airport's best not just, don't take the chance. If you're not going there to roll the dice and take whatever ride comes your way, then you're really going to roll the dice when you take a chance of getting a report on you to get deactivated. So, personally, I'm going to go ahead and flat out say, if you go to the airport, suck it up, buttercup. That's what you get. What you get is what you get. If you're out there, anywhere else, you know what I'm saying, downtown, something like that, and you get a ride and want to go someplace you don't want to go, because there are a lot of, what we call sketchy neighborhoods people don't want to go to because, they have a reputation or something. Well, you better make sure you're clear about saying, I don't want to go to the operating range. You better say something, but make sure you do not charge the riders. If you charge the riders, you know what I'm saying, well, it's still within your right because you showed up. It's more of an ethic thing to say no, because then you didn't really provide any service. And all you did technically was make them have to wait longer for a new rider or driver to come along and decide what they're going to do. So, for a recap, yes, you can call passengers. Yes, you can ask where they're going. No, you shouldn't cancel for destination discrimination, okay? That's pretty much the recap right there. And if you're going to cancel for any reason at all, that is not in the control of the passengers because you want to cancel, please guys, do not charge the riders. It's just move on to the next one. Keep it going, keep it moving, because I'm telling you, a passenger gets charged and they didn't take the ride because you decided not to take them, odds are they're going to report you. Odds are you're going to get deactivated. And then you ain't got to worry about taking no short trips anymore, right? Because you'll be taking 0 trips. But all right, guys, as always, check the description below for extra information and tips. Keep doing your thing. Stay safe out there. Use common sense. And until next time, guys, Uber on or don't. Peace out.